Chespin, the spiny nut Pokemon. Chespin can flex the soft spikes on its head, making them so stiff and sharp they can even pierce through stone. Quilladin, the spiny armor Pokemon in the evolved form of Chespin. The hard shell covering Quilladin's body is so tough, a direct hit from a large truck wouldn't even dent it. Quilladin uses this shell to deflect foes' attacks, and it strikes back with its sharp quills. Chesnut, the spiny armor Pokemon, and the final evolved form of Chespin. Its tackle is so powerful, it can overturn a 50-ton tank. Fennekin, the fox Pokemon. Fennekin expels hot air that can reach nearly 400 degrees. It likes to snack on twigs. Braixen, the fox Pokemon in the evolved form of Fennekin. Braixen uses friction to ignite the twig from its tail before a battle. Delphox, the fox Pokemon in Fennekin's final evolved form. By focusing on the flame at the tip of its branch, Delphox can see into the future. Froakie, the bubble frog Pokemon. From its chest and back, Froakie creates bubbles called frubbles, which act as a cushion and soften the blow of an opponent's attack. Frogadier, the bubble frog Pokemon, and the evolved form of Froakie. Frogadier's speed is unmatched. It can climb a tower over 2,000 feet tall in 1 minute. Greninja, the ninja Pokemon, and the final evolved form of Froakie. Greninja can compress water into sharp-edged throwing stars. With the grace of a ninja, it slips in and out of sight to attack from the shadows. Bunnelby, the digging Pokemon, it has ears like shovels. Digging holes strengthens its ears so much that they can sever thick roots effortlessly. Diggersby, the digging Pokemon, and the evolved form of Bunnelby. Diggersby can easily lift a boulder weighing over a ton with its powerful ears. Fletchling, the tiny robin Pokemon. Although Fletchling's chirp is quite beautiful to hear, it is relentlessly tough with those who enter its territory. Fletchinder, the Ember Pokemon. Once in flight, Fletchinder can reach its top speed extremely quickly, giving it the edge in battle by attacking its opponents before they can get prepared. Talonflame, the scorching Pokemon in the evolved form of Fletchinder. During an intense battle, Talonflame expels embers from gaps between its feathers. It reaches speeds of more than 300 miles per hour chasing prey. Scatterbug, the Scatterdust Pokemon. When attacked by another Pokemon, Scatterbug scatters the black powder that covers its body and regulates its body temperature. Spewpa, the Scatterdust Pokemon. When Spewpa is attacked, it scares its enemies away by stiffening and spreading its fur like wings. Vivillon, the Scale Pokemon. Vivillon are skillfully able to find a source of water. It has been said that you'll find a spring if you follow a Vivillon. Leo, the Lion Cub Pokemon. They set off on their own from their pride and live by themselves to become stronger. These hot-blooded Pokemon are quick to fight. Pyroar, the Royal Pokemon. With fiery breath of more than 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit, they viciously threaten any challenger. The females protect the pride's cubs. Flabébé, the Single Bloom Pokemon. Flabébé chooses a favorite flower at the beginning of its life and takes care of it from then on. Floette, the Single Bloom Pokemon in the evolved form of Flabébé. Floette appear in flower gardens to welcome new blooms with a graceful dance. Florges, the garden Pokemon and the final evolved form of Flabébé. Long ago, nobles would often ask Florges to create beautiful gardens for their castles. Skiddo, the Mount Pokemon. Because of Skiddo's mild temperament, they're thought to be one of the first Pokemon to live in harmony with people. Gogoat, the Mount Pokemon in the evolved form of Skiddo. Gogoat is able to sense its trainer's feelings by detecting small changes in the grip on its horns. This allows both trainer and Pokemon to move together as one. Pancham, the playful Pokemon. Though it tries to look tough, Pancham has trouble being taken seriously by opponents. Pangoro, the daunting Pokemon in the evolved form of Pancham. Pangoro has an ornery personality. It holds a bamboo sprig in its mouth, which allows Pangoro to detect surrounding movements. Furfrou, the poodle Pokemon. Furfrou were assigned the task of protecting kings who ruled the Kalos region in ancient times. Esper, the restrained Pokemon. Esper's psychic energy can travel hundreds of feet, blasting everything around it. Meowstic, the constrained Pokemon. When faced with trouble, Meowstic will raise its ears and create enough psychic power to demolish a 10-ton truck. Its appearance varies, depending on gender. On Edge, the sword Pokemon. If anyone dares to grab its hilt, it wraps a blue cloth around that person's arm and drains that person's life energy completely. Doublade, the sword Pokemon in the evolved form of On Edge. Doublade's attacks are so rapid and intricate, it is said to be impossible for even a master swordsman to stop them. Aegislash, the royal sword Pokemon in the evolved form of Doublade. Stories say Aegislash can detect the natural qualities of leadership, recognizing a true king. Spritzy, the perfume Pokemon. Spritzy gives off a fragrance that delights anyone who smells it, which changes depending on what Spritzy eats. Aromatisse, the fragrance Pokemon in the evolved form of Spritzy. Aromatisse can create many scents, some unpleasant enough to opponents to gain the advantage in battle. Swirlix, the cotton candy Pokemon. Swirlix only eats sweets, making its fur as sticky as cotton candy. Slurpuff, the meringue Pokemon. Slurpuff's keen sense of smell is especially sensitive, much more than people's. Inkay, the revolving Pokemon. It flashes the light-emitting spots on its body, which drains its opponent's will to fight. It takes the opportunity to scuttle away and hide. Malamar, the overturning Pokemon, and the evolved form of Inkay. Possessing the strongest hypnotic powers of any Pokemon, Malamar can compel others to do anything it wants them to do. Binacle, the two-handed Pokemon. Binacle live in pairs, two on the same rock. If they fight, one of them finds a new rock. Barbaracle, the collective Pokemon. Barbaracle's limbs can move independently on each other, but they usually follow the head's commands. Skrelp, the mock kelp Pokemon. Skrelp camouflages itself as rotten kelp while it stores up energy until it's able to evolve. Dragalge, the mock kelp Pokemon, and the evolved form of Skrelp. Dragalge look very much like drifting kelp when they're swimming with the current. Clauncher, the water gun Pokemon. Clauncher fires compressed water from the arm gun on its right claw and damages foes with the impact from the water. Clawitzer, the howitzer Pokemon and the evolved form of Clauncher. Clawitzer can travel at nearly 70 miles an hour when it propels itself by shooting water from the back of its claw. Helioptile, the generator Pokemon. They make their home in deserts. They can generate their energy from basking in the sun, so eating food is not a requirement. Heliolisk, the generator Pokemon and the evolved form of Helioptile. Heliolisk produces enough electricity to power a large building and recharges by spreading its frills. Tyrunt, the royal air Pokemon. Tyrunt's jaws are so big and powerful, it can crunch up a car. If it doesn't like something, it responds with a wild tantrum. Tyrantrum, the despot Pokemon. Using its jaw, Tyrantrum can rip through thick metal. In times past, it was considered unbeatable. Amora, the tundra Pokemon. This ancient Pokemon was restored from part of its body that had been frozen in ice for over 100 million years. Aurorus, the tundra Pokemon. The diamond-shaped crystals on its body expel air as cold as -240 degrees Fahrenheit, surrounding its enemies and encasing them in ice. Sylveon, the intertwining Pokemon and an evolved form of Eevee. Sylveon affectionately wraps its ribbon-like feelers around its trainer's arm as they walk together. Hawlucha, the wrestling Pokemon. Possessing an artistic way of executing its moves, Hawlucha takes great pride in their elegance. Dedenne, the antenna Pokemon. Dedenne communicates long distance with other Dedenne by sending radio waves through its antenna-like whiskers. Carbink, the jewel Pokemon. Carbink are said to come from deep underground with its high pressure and hot temperatures. Their bodies are as hard as diamonds. Goomy, the soft tissue Pokemon, and the weakest of all dragon types. In order to keep its body moist, Goomy lives in places where it's dark and damp. Sliggoo, the soft tissue Pokemon. Its four horns function as a highly sensitive radar system, picking up many different scents and noises. Goodra, the dragon Pokemon and the evolved form of Sliggoo. Goodra is very friendly, and one of its hugs can cover its trainer with a sticky slime. Klefki, the key ring Pokemon. Klefki loves to collect keys and will confront opponents with a fierce jingle of their collection. Phantom, the stump Pokemon. Phantom come from rotting tree stumps that have been possessed by spirits. Lonely forests are their preferred habitat. Trevenant, the elder tree Pokemon. Trevenant is able to control trees. It traps those who cause harm to the forest and never lets them escape. Pumpkaboo, the pumpkin Pokemon. Pumpkaboo's eyes can glow, which lights the way for travelers. They often sleep in the ground. Gourgeist, the pumpkin Pokemon, and the evolved form of Pumpkaboo. Gourgeist wander through town at the new moon, surrounding their prey with their arms which resemble hair. Bergmite, the ice chunk Pokemon. Bergmite's body is covered with ice, which is used to protect against opponents. Its cracks are fixed with cold air. Avalugg, the iceberg Pokemon and the evolved form of Bergmite. Avalugg's ice-covered body is hard as steel. It uses its body to demolish any obstacle that gets in its way. Noibat, the sound wave Pokemon. Noibat can cause damage as well as create hearing problems for its opponents by emitting different sound wave frequencies. Noivern, the sound wave Pokemon. The ultrasonic waves Noivern releases from its ears are powerful enough to crush a boulder. Xerneas, the life Pokemon. Legends say it can share eternal life. It slept for 1,000 years in the form of a tree before its revival. Yveltal, the Destruction Pokemon. When this legendary Pokemon's wings and tail feathers spread wide and glow red, it absorbs the life force of living creatures. Zygarde, the Order Pokemon. When the Kalos region's ecosystem falls into disarray, it appears and reveals its secret power. Diancie, the Jewel Pokemon. A sudden transformation of Carbink, its pink, glimmering body is said to be the loveliest sight in the whole world. Hoopa, the Mischief Pokemon. This troublemaker sends anything and everything to faraway places using its loop, which can warp space. Volcanion, the Steam Pokemon. It lets out billows of steam and disappears into the dense fog. It's said to live in mountains where humans do not tread.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and to support my channel and to make sure that you don't miss out on any future content, please subscribe.